Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. I was just having a look at all the different news stations and what's happening across the world. And, the way things are building up. You might be sitting and looking outside your window, everything's fairly calm. But this is the calm before the storm in certain parts of the world. Whereas other parts of the world, the storm has already begun, beginning stages. As you can see in numerous parts around the world. You've got the Middle East, you've got the land of Elam, Pakistan, India. You've got Latin America, you've got Europe here as well. That's Spain, 23rd of September, which was what? A Friday. Yeah, the Friday just gone. But they're trying to blame everything on climate. We know these devils own a harp machine. Okay, ultimately, the Yahweh Bashem Yeshai gave them the technology for all this. That's the anti-war protests. You got people protesting, about the current situations around the world, be it geopolitics, and that covers everything under that particular title of geopolitics. Be it so-called climate change, World War III, prices, inflation, you name it. When people have so much, when they have nothing to lose, they go crazy, man. When they've lost everything and their kingdom, everything's falling down, Esau's gonna go crazy. And the funny thing is with all these protests and things like that, the bulk of these issues is Edomites. They're the problem of the world, and all these protesters are Edomites. So it's Satan casting out Satan. If a kingdom be divided against itself, yes, a scripture popped in my mind. If a kingdom divided itself cannot stand. Mark 3:24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, the kingdom cannot stand. Verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And verse 26. And if Satan rise up against Satan himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. Okay. They have time they cannot pass. I was cleaning my head. They have an end. Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Hence the reason why all these things are happening. Okay? We're coming right to the close to the finishing line, Esau just been living on borrowed time since what? 3.5 day period, 350 years, so 1969 onwards. And year 2000 was the culmination of this thing, man. They're blatantly living on borrowed time. So, they're just acting out because the end is declared from the beginning. That's how a lot of movies are made. The end is declared from the beginning, or they do a prequel or whatever. End is declared from the beginning. Isaiah 46:10, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. I mean, in another dimension, we're already ruling. But that's far-fetched for a lot of you to understand. But in another dimension, we're ruling. Because remember, the Lord controls everything. There is no Father time, man. There's only Yahweh Bashem Yashai that controls every element and intricate part of this galaxy, this world, and beyond. Okay, the limits. Okay, I mean, the Lord is the Lord say, heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool. Okay, so we're at the end, man. A lot of us are eager to see, the Charagma come into play and World War III jump off. Let's just click on some of these videos, see what's happening, right? I don't want to click on it too long, but this is a short, let's see. This is Oman, Middle East. Oman. Yeah, Middle East. Or in the Arab world. Sightseer swept downstream in a flash flood.
I know a girl who said sometimes she might fuck 2 niggas in one day because she don't like her nigga like that.
There you go. That's another reason why we need to get the hell out of here. You just saw that, innit? All right. Anti-war protests.
Я уже ничего не боюсь. Самое ценное, что они могут от нас отнять, это жизнь детей. Я жизнь ребенка своего не отдам.
Бояться нужно было раньше. Все уже худшее произошло.
Демонстрация. Требуем принять противоправные действия в противном случае вы будете привлечены к
Помоги!
Get him.
Как сказала Наталья Витальевна.
Нет мобилизации!
Man, the Russian coppers don't play. Even German. Oh, it's only the cameras if they're taking it easier. They'll take their helmet out and start smacking on their head. Where is this again? This one here. Okay. September 3rd, floods continue to ravage Pakistan as California deals with a drought. That was 3 weeks ago. Pakistan floods are a climate catastrophe. They blame everything on climate change. It's a lot of bullshit. 1/3 of Pakistan under war after catastrophic flooding.
More than 100 people, 120.
What was this? This is in Iran.
We're going to start in Iran. People are on the streets for a 6th day of protests. It's believed those protests have now spread to up to 80 cities across the country. This is all after a young woman died after being arrested for allegedly violating the country's strict dress code for women. Mahsa Amini was...
See, this is how Esau is infiltrating the rest of the world as well. We don't know whether these guys are, crisis actors. Ultimately, how Bashar Shah is controlling everything pursuant to Isaiah 45 verse 7, right? Okay, now these women in the Middle East, okay, I've seen it personally. Granted, Arab men, Elamite men that are Muslim don't treat their women decently, man. I've seen them really katap them up, really hit them, for no damn reason as well. Like she smiles or something they don't like that. The littlest thing, that is a bit wicked though, But we don't know what's happening behind closed doors, but there is no reason to put your hands on your woman, man. But like Chris Rock would say, I understand though, but Esau, man, is destroying the East, wanting women to take their headscarves off, wanting them to have westernization, the T people, the T to the R to the A to the N to the S people, and they've already got a heavy Mo culture over there as well, where they get young boys to dance wearing women's clothing, because of lack of women out there. And the lack of harlots for men to go to. So these mofos dressed men is an upside down culture up there already. And now Esau's taking it to the next level. Okay, they've got other protests, and now they're trying to chuck this element of this feminism shit into it as well. And let's see what they've got to say.
22 years old when she died on Friday. In a rare interview with foreign media, the father of Mahsa Amini contradicted the authorities' version of events about how his daughter died. We'll hear from him in a moment. But first, this report from our correspondent, Rana Rampal.
Women across Iran are setting their hijabs on fire.
And what was the Edomite woman doing in the 60s, setting their bras on fire? I don't think Ishmaelites would go that far as to burn their bras, or the Elamites would go that far to burn their bras. Elamite women, that is. But they're burning their scarves. I personally think Muslim women dressed right. Obviously, they got that stuff from Jake. When their head is covered up and they're wearing a long dress, they look quite attractive. They look really nice, and they have a feminine way about them. And they have this thing where they don't look at men in the eye directly in the eyes because they know what happens with eye contact. Because they know themselves. They know women know themselves, and they know what men are about. Obviously, there's a mutual attraction, but she also knows that, if one thing leads to another, and that guy is not a Muslim, or that guy is not the same ethnicity, it could be, lead to issues. So that's why I love these girls. I'm quite careful that way, which is nice, And there is Jake amongst these people. Don't get it twisted. There is Jake there, okay? But Jake will be in and around these people. But most of these people at the forefront are idiots. They're heathens. And the fact that, Esau is trying to destroy the East, man. Because when these Edomites are there, man, everything just gets destroyed. They just leave, they're like a silent nuclear bomb that, goes off over generations and generations and just destroys everything. Spiritually, physically, mentally, man. Let's check this out. Burning their hijabs, their headscarves, which covers their hair and everything, which is only for the gaze of the lady's man,
They are tired of being beaten up by the morality police for not observing strict Islamic dress.
Well, that's quite stupid as well. Where other men are hitting your woman, that is quite crazy, And they do go a little bit crazy. If a woman's wrist is showing or something, she's got to cover everything up. Yeah, you got to be covered up, but not like, I'll just leave it there.
Code. Their anger was sparked by the death of this woman, Mahsa Amini. She was just 22. She was arrested by the morality police in Tehran earlier this month. They said she wasn't wearing the mandatory hijab properly.
Okay.
The security forces have released this heavily edited CCTV footage of Mahsa in detention. They say she died of a heart condition, but eyewitnesses say she was beaten up in the police van. Her father told me she was a healthy young woman with no medical condition. A few days later, she's dead.
Now, see, this is how far they go, right? And this is going to spark that feminist shit with women in that country, man, in that part of the world. And this is going to make them hate the authorities more there, because they're actually going to believe all this. Whether it's true or not, however the situation went down, the fact of the matter is Esau is, destroying everything, man. Spiritually, physically, mentally, in every part of the world, man. Every part of the world. Of course, the whole creation is groaning, man. Romans 8:22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. Like if you watch old cartoons, you see like birds singing, or on a tree, or the trees are swinging and the trees are swaying and singing. That's what it means, man, because the earth has a spirit. Everything has a spirit, right? These trees have a spirit. Okay? They sing, The Lord knows them. Everything has a spirit. They're in pain right now, groaning to the Lord. Asking the Lord, set your righteous rulership up, please, Baba Kashar, like we're saying as well. Verse 23, and not only they, but ourselves also. we're groaning to, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, and even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. Read that again. Romans 8:22 and 23. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, awaiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. Get changed as well, Lord willing. Just waiting for a couple more. There's a couple more. Let's go to 15 first. No, also 16. 2 Ezra 15:16. For there shall be sedition among men, which is happening right now, and invading one another, which is happening right now. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. You saw all of Elam surrounding, or was it Sri Lanka somewhere, where they're surrounding, their political people's houses and mansions. They're surrounding, their houses, their yards. They don't care who's who. Why should they care who you are if you don't care who they are? If you don't care that they have enough money to buy things, if you don't care enough, they got enough money to pay for the electricity, for the fuel, whatever. Why should they give a shit about you? That you are an MP, you are a politician, you are a prime minister, you're a president, you're a whatever. You're a general in the army, you're a colonel. They don't care. 2 Ezra 15:16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their princes, not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Second Ezra 15:19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. That's coming now. Like the elders say, Jacob's trouble is going to be everybody's trouble. Primary target is Jacob. Like that movie Menace to Society, when the elder is trying to explain to Jake, he goes, the hunt is on. I think it's towards the end. Yeah, during the barbecue. Yeah. The barbecue scene. After he meets that chick at the car park when he's parking up his ride. What's his name again? It's a biblical name as well. I can't say it at one time. Yeah, and the hunt is on. People are already breaking into people's houses for bread, taking their women, taking their goods, taking whatever they have. There's some major things happening around the world, man. You're not feeling it because you're probably living in London. You're probably living in New York. You're feeling it. You're seeing it, but it hasn't got to that point, where like milk is boiling over that pot. It's got to that point. It's simmering right now. That's definitely true. It's definitely simmering. And then the next part, then obviously it's going to lead to World War III. And World War III is obviously going to take place once the Kragma is implemented, which is a new financial system, which is going to be the M to the M to the O to the T to the B, which is Revelation 13:15, 13:16. Let's read Revelation 11:14. Okay, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Woe means destruction, war. Okay, the word war is newspeak, is woe, or World War III, which is destruction, stress, destruction. Okay. Prior to that happening, it's going to be a Revelation. Revelation 13:15. Revelation 13:15-17. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. which is a charagma. The word mark there, okay, in the Greek is the word charagma. Charagma means incision, and that's incision, something going into you. Okay, it's not a picture of Caesar Borgia or white boy Jeebus, okay, which is a false image of the false image of Hamashiach. Okay, you can't go into a shop or a restaurant at the moment or a store saying, "Listen, I need a case of that beer there. I pray to Jeebus. Are we good?" No, so nothing. It's got nothing to do with sleeping with women of other nations. Okay, you other Jakes out there. You black only Jakes like to talk about the Edomite woman. You don't like Edomite women. Fine, more for us, man. I like Edomite women. In their proper with their proper usage, of course, lawfully. And it's not dealing with women of other nations either. Okay, it's a charagma, a mark that's going to go into your hand or forehead, and it will be the size of a rice grain. And okay, there'll be technology within it to monitor you, and so you can use that as like a debit card or a credit card on your hand to pay for goods and services. Okay, that's what it's coming to. This is the end of Esau. Okay, all right. 2 Ezra 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash, Shalom.